Hello.
Hi.
And welcome to Actual Play UK. This is the channel for people that really enjoy punishing themselves through Delta Green.
Oh, okay, through Delta Green.
No, that's a whole different OnlyFans flagellation site. But
Yeah.
This is only Delta Green.
Yeah, link after the show. Yeah. Okay.
yeah,
Yes, yeah, not the I actually, Simon, I think I'm getting a little bit of crosstalk. I'm not sure. Are you? Is that right? Let me just check.
Oh, hang on. I'm watching ourselves. Is it
That
gone
might be
now?
it. That might be it.
That'll be it. That will be it. Okay.
Yep. I think that's better. Anyway, hey, hello, howdy doody, all that kind of stuff. We are here with three lovely people by the name of Pip, Nick, and Simon. Unfortunately, Natalia is feeling very unwell today, but we're sending her all of our love because we do rather like her. Anyway. I have to say these things because I'm her husband.
yeah. Siliqui will never forgive me if I don't. So.
No, she wouldn't. Now we are playing Viscid by Dennis Detwiller, and things are obviously they're taking a bit of a turn at the moment, which we'll get to shortly. But I think that we need to look at a even bigger horror than this particular game of Viscid. Moving house. Who fucking hates it, right?
yeah, it sucks. Yeah. Well,
so I'm currently moving house, and just off screen, just off camera here, there is the largest mountain of crap you've ever seen. Like, behind it, look, this it looks like it's lovely and purple, and you got some blurry shit in the background because lenses. Yeah, but over here is horror. If you could move anywhere, though, Pip, where would you move to?
Oh God, where would I move to? I'm going to be real boring right here, as is my general pastime in life. Look, I do. I love this awful, dirty, disgusting, terrible city that is too expensive and bad.
Yes.
But I love it. Like, everything is here. And I realize that's not true. There's tons of things that you can't find in the city that you can only find.
Toes and
rats,
those.
I mean,
rats everywhere.
The countryside, clean air,
everything you could ever want.
But I would move within London to somewhere,
But would you move to a kind of a nicer suburb of London? So
no, I mean I'm in New Cross Gate at the moment, and it's good here. It's nice. It's hilly. You can go up a hill and sort of look at your domain and down on all the. I was going to say down on all the peasants, but really all you can see is Canary Wharf, and I don't think there are many peasants there.
But definitely not. They built on the backs of peasants.
Yeah. So that's my deeply unimaginative answer. Is I think I'd probably stay in London, given the choice of, like, if this is carte blanche, go anywhere, don't worry about the money. I'd fucking stay here because we're talking like I can just live in London without. Do I rent still, or?
I mean, that's up to you. Look,
Well, obviously, if you're then in this world of imagination, John, I'll stay in London because truly, the most fantastical and imaginative thing I can think of is owning a property in London. That is like, it's so
possibly the most expensive thing that you can think of as well.
Yeah, it's so removed from reality and so removed from anything that is likely to happen in my fucking lifetime. I would own a property in London.
Related to this, I saw there's a regular thing that's popped up recently of like of like lotteries to win houses and things like that, right?
Right.
And there's one particular place. I'm not giving them a shout out or anything like that, but there's one particular place that I think it's like monthly or every couple of months they give away a $1 million property or something like that, £1 million property. And the last few have been like, oh, here's one in Scotland, here's one in Dorset, and they're fucking beautiful. Like, it's house porn, right? Very recently, they've done one.
Who doesn't love house porn?
Exactly, right? And that's the best part of moving. But they've done one in somewhere like Chelsea, and the size comparison, right? Honestly,
I just imagine it's like a one-bedroom flat.
It's a really nice house, but it's just like this big. It's like in comparison to like the acres and acres and acres. London.
Yeah.
London.
Yeah, all these other ones are palatial, and the same cost in London looks like that it's just been revealed by the Order of the Phoenix, and you're there thinking, what the hell?
Yes, yeah, exactly. So, given that, Simon, where would you go? Where would you decide to move to?
Oh man, you're going to pull up my romantic side now. So,
Yes, do this.
I'm a Welshman who moved because I'm a scientist. I moved to Oxfordshire.
Yeah.
And second only to London is trying to get hold of a property in Oxfordshire. I've got one, but it's basically like I'm touching all the walls of my house right now. And
You're not that big.
but no, I mean, for me, it'd be by the sea. By the sea. I used to think going back to Wales, but it's a bit of a dump. I come from Barry, a place so bad that they had to make a sitcom about it to raise its profile. So no, I mean, actually, there's a place in Sweden that I visited called Gullholmen. And it's not the hottest place, which is great because I'm a Welshman. We were not designed for heat. But it basically just, you got the fresh, clear water of the sea around you, and the drama of the waves breaking breaking the shore. And you can go out and sail or kayak or fish or whatever. And and the best thing is it's remote because I'm approaching middle age and I think people are awful. So it's...
Plenty of nods all round, and I'm pretty sure the chat's just lit up. We've broken the internet, guys. Everybody agrees people are awful. Nick, are people awful? No. Where would you move to?
In answer to your, in order of your questions, yes, and probably the Highlands of Scotland.
Nice.
I'd love to go to Scotland.
Good choice.
So away from any centre of conurbation.
I've never managed to make it north of Dumfries.
You should do. It's beautiful up there. It really is.
North Berwick, beautiful place.
If you get out into the Highlands themselves, it's so quiet. You can go for hours without hearing somebody, apart from maybe a passing shepherd looking for lost sheep, and that's about it.
They're
and the RAF
clumsy,
and the RAF. I mean, the RAF are flying so low that you can actually reach up and touch the fucking planes. But in general, it's beautiful. It's quiet, and you can have many seasons in one day. Be sure to bring a pack-a-mac and some sunglasses and a scarf.
Where would you go, John?
Where would I
assume to wherever it is that you are moving soon. I assume that is the greatest.
That is the greatest place in the universe. No, you know what? I would very much. I'm not multilingual in any way. I can barely speak English, but I would really love to go see more places and just be like, okay. Let's see how this would be for like a year or something like that, because there are surely better places than this. Surely better. Like
try Finland. It's beautiful.
Yeah, exactly. Like I have been to Finland,
and quite empty. It's quite empty.
The issue with Finland for me is actually the lack of daylight, because as much as I do enjoy my room full of crap.
They like
as much as I enjoy my lightless cave.
The only way that I have any color on my skin is through the light from these monitors, brightly shining into my eyes on a daily basis. But
just crawling outside Gollum like.
Yeah, exactly. No, it's like I went to Croatia the other year, and it's gorgeous. It's absolutely lovely. But I was there just before it got really super, super hot. And I could not handle it. Admittedly, like where we were staying was like, it was up a mountain. So there was a lot of walking involved.
Yeah.
And that was hard. That was really hard. I'm not the smallest of people. It was difficult. But like doing yes, it was a mountain wannabe will be. I know who you are. Okay, it's a hill. Shut up.
That's no mountain there. That's just a hill. That's a mound. That's a bryn there, my boy. That's not a hill. You go to the Wye Valley, you better know the difference.
Oh, now then. You need to be careful about that.
Okay, maybe it wasn't a mountain. Anyway,
I'm not going to try and do a Welsh accent for fear of upsetting for fear of upsetting one very specific person.
It's fine. It's fine. As I said, I can barely do accents either. But this is not.
I try. But
I'm a voice actor. I should be better at it. I'm just not gonna. Now is not the time to air it. I feel
this is not a tryout for some kind of Welsh comedy or something like that. So perhaps not. So I think that obviously the horror of moving is at least something to warn our viewers about, like trigger warnings in general, obviously, like,
Oh yeah, we should have given one before we started talking about moving.
There
we should
is
have done like, guys,
the whole house
in flashbacks already. I mean, yeah.
Cold sweats
and before I move on, I should also say we aren't streaming next week for this very reason, because I will be
the moving reason.
The moving reason. I will be in a corner somewhere weeping, probably with a broken back. But with regards to the rest of this delightful stream, this romp through the daisies that is Delta Green, we do occasionally have elements of existential dread, and not just moving dread. And it does happen in real places, obviously, because we've been to various places around Dorset and Cornwall. It is a work of fiction, though, so if you're triggered, if you're feeling a bit off about things that we're talking about, take a break, have a drink, look at some house porn, come back in 5 minutes, and let us know what lovely place you've looked at, and pop it up in the chat, something like that. Email us, let us know.
If it's too nice, we might need a break.
Very true. This isn't that kind of stream. But, and I should say this because this is very important, Delta Green is not about guns. It is not about a bug hunt. It is not about understanding. That is very true. There's no understanding going on right now. Delta Green is about the end. It hasn't ended yet, but it will. So it's the end of everything, though. Your family, everyone you know, your country, all life on Earth. It's about the end of everything and your place in it. And this is so jolly. Because you will end too. That's what the fear is about, and that is what this game is about. It's not about winning, it's not about advancement, and it's not about their best weapon or most clever plan, which is lucky with these guys. Delta Green is about the end of everything, and how much of it that you'll live to see. Welcome to Delta Green. The flash of lights illuminate the car parked outside the Dockside Cafe. Despite it being in the afternoon, the lights reflect off of the walls. Onlookers hover nearby, craning their necks despite the police waving them on. And an ambulance is parked in front of the cafe as 2 paramedics lift a woman on a stretcher into the back. As the door closes, a yell from one of the paramedics. "We need to get going, Angie. Her fucking shoulder's hanging off." A woman with dark hair tied back from her face. Worry creases her features. She nods and jumps into the cab. A siren cuts through the cool air and the afternoon traffic. The doors of the hospital part with a beep as the wounded woman is pushed through the entrance. Sounds of people rushing to assist and take the stretcher away. Short man with an oval face with silver spectacles walks over to greet Angie as she follows behind. She said it was a gunshot. Yeah, big fucking gun as well. Jesus. Hope we don't lose her. We'll be second one today. What, gunshot? No, losing someone. We literally lost someone today. Some professor-looking bloke brought in, unresponsive. Some kind of coma. He just up and disappeared while we were running tests. Must have walked right out. Weird. The room that our 3 team members are in is dark. There are lights hanging along the corridor, essentially. It's a makeshift corridor of some different shelving units. And Argus is sat in front of some very strange looking machine. Cleric is stood just to the side, obviously interested as this thing, it looks like a ZX81 with a bizarre round TV strapped to it. Eddie, perhaps looking around, being a little bit aware of their surroundings still, knowing that maybe they're not in the safest of places. As Argus hits the key.
This is Elias Blackwell. I do not know where I am, but I feel I must be dreaming. My body is distorted and tall, and I do not seem to be myself any longer. I found this device, which I am recording myself on. I do not understand it, but it feels familiar. I have been reading the books here, so many books. They remind me of my life, as though I wrote them. Things that must have happened. Finding the manuscripts and falling into a stupor. I feel I must have been here before. There are other things out there, though. The buzzing of wings and the trumpeting of ill-formed mouths. They speak of the secrets of March. They have lied since the atom was weaponized. Given us gifts, given us Horus. Do not trust Ross.
I would like everybody to roll a sanity, please.
Oh, god damn you, John.
We've got to start off with a bang, right? By the way, thank you to Adam.
Thanks, Adam.
Thanks, Adam.
That was dope.
Yeah, thanks, dude. That was amazing.
Miss you, man.
Come on.
Let's do
Come on,
this.
man.
Remember, D100.
Oh my
undo.
god. 31 under 47.
Oh, well done, my friend. Well done.
1 point, just to remind everyone, 1 point off of my breaking point. Okay.
You do not take any sanity from this. Cleric.
Uh-oh. Sorry, I feel like I was maybe too pleased.
No, this is fine. This is good.
This is fine. This is fine. You know the thing with the dog with the house on fire. This is fine. Everything is fine. 48 over 40.
Ooh.
Which is a really terrible sort of blood level as well.
Yes,
I think
see a doctor
possibly
immediately.
it's definitely that is a signal for being unwell. I think 48 over 40.
Sorry,
almost
I'm
dead. I think
just moving all of the crap that's falling on top of me.
Yes.
Whilst we work out what Eddie's is, would you like to roll me a d4? Eddie.
I would not.
No, thank you.
I may have posed it as a question, but really wasn't. Eddie?
They say that education pays off in time. It apparently, ignorance pays off right now.
Yeah,
Ignorance is
boy.
bliss, apparently.
I rolled an 8 under 58.
Oh.
Wow.
Congratulations. Lovely. Okay, you do not take any sanity loss from this. What was your total there, Tarek? 2. Would you like to same to you?
Oh,
Would you like to tell me? Would you like to tell me what you are away from your breaking point? Actually,
4.
You're 4 away. Okay, now you're 4 away. Would you like to project that onto any of your bonds?
What is the what's the maximum score before you start really affecting a bond?
Okay, so just as a little bit of kind of
because I have done some projection in the past.
No, absolutely. This is just rule stock taking, I guess. So, as you go through your trials and tribulations of being within Pisces, you will end up projecting your sanity loss onto your bonds. Now, what that essentially means is that represents the kind of connection that you have with that person, and then you just having an emotional issue, like a severance of that connection slightly. So each time you project that sanity loss onto a bond, at some point, I'd like to see that start manifesting as some form of disagreement with maybe your other half, or your friends, or maybe your dog just starts to not like the smell of you quite so much.
Starts pissing in your shoes, that sort of thing.
Yeah. Anything like that. And essentially what that would be that's just a projection of what has happened to you in the field. Because of what you're going through, that affects how you respond to normal everyday things as well. Actually, you only need to look at people who are away at war quite a lot. They can have real issues when they maybe come back home and start to connect with their families again, because of the stuff they've seen, because of the things they've gone through. And that is essentially what we're doing here. So with regards to at what point it really starts taking effect, you will always mechanically still have a bond up until they are no longer there. But you will whittle those bonds down They will eventually get to 0, at which point you've lost that bond. Maybe your wife leaves you. Maybe your dog runs away from home. Maybe someone dies. It could be anything like that. And this is totally up to you guys about how you want to play that, essentially. Like, this is your playground. Like, it's an awful playground. It's on fire and there's blood everywhere. But it's a playground.
It's your playground, damn it.
So, yeah, in that respect, what would you like to do? Do you want to project onto anybody?
I think with projection you start losing willpower points as well. Is that right?
You do, yes. Yes, but you also regain willpower by doing things like you may find that sleeping, getting some rest after a long day, that will increase your willpower. You can also recover your willpower because we're using it's a slight alternative rule or an extra rule within Delta Green, that if you start to essentially fulfill some of your words gone from head suddenly. I asked you to come up with things that matter to you guys. Your motivation, thank you, wannabe will be. So your motivations that you have. Those will assist you with regards to getting your willpower back. So this is like, and what I want you to do with regards to this is, if you find yourself in a position where you think that you are trying to fulfill one of these things and you know you have low willpower, flag it up for me. If anybody else notices that is happening for other people, flag it. It's all good. We're all friends. So, does that change anything with regards to?
I think I would probably offset one to my best friend.
Yeah.
David Ledbetter.
You can split if you want to.
Probably take 1 point.
Okay, well, this is going to be down to your roll rather than a choice. So I need a 1d4. It'll be a 1d4. Yep. Roll that.
I hold in my hand.
So you might roll 4. That's fine. If you roll 1, it's only 1. What did you get? 4. Brilliant.
4.
Okay, you can offset both of those both of those sanity loss points. So it was 2, wasn't it? You can
actually no. I'm going to offset both of them, but to different people.
Yes, you wouldn't be able to not take 1 if you saw him. Yeah. So if you're offsetting it, if you're projecting, that is what
I shall project 1 to my best friend, David Ledbetter, as I said. And the other one, I think, would probably have to go on my home life, which would be my wife, Alison Evans McTavish.
Alison. Okay. What, out of interest, what is Alison at currently?
-2.
Oh, so you've dropped 2. So what's her total currently?
I didn't have a total. I've just got a score of. I've just been taking the points off.
Yeah. What is she currently at? So if it's -2. So if you start at 9.
Oh, okay. Why would I start at 9?
Because it should be your
willpower.
Your short. Yeah, should be your willpower.
Right. Okay. So in that case, what I'm going to do is I should take this. So all of them would be 9 and then take points off of that. So she is now currently at 7.
7. Okay. Brilliant. Okay. how does this moment of loss for you, how does it actually manifest for you? Because Argus and Eddie, they seem to be taking the fact that they've just heard your colleague's voice emanating from this bizarre contraption. They seem to be taking that in their stride. It's not an issue. It's all good. Gravy. What do they see?
They see Cleric.
Mm-hmm.
His face is ashen, stricken. It just a tear rolls from the corner of his eye, and then he's lost in the bushiness of his beard. It's just a sharp sort of hiccuping breath and a clench of his fists. Big, fucking meaty fists that clenched like a child waking from a night terror.
Mm-hmm. So you're stood there, and you can see the others. Argus, Eddie, what are you guys doing?
Eddie's looking over, but with a... He's been mostly out of his depth throughout all this since the first night that Pisces picked him up. He's only ever dealt with what's right in front of him right now. He's accustomed to people dying, but he understands the words that Icarus just said. And he's just in this loop. It's like, the loading symbol has come up. And he's about to just, for his own sake, just burn out and go, fuck it. And he just disengages with things that he can't do anything about. And that's it. He goes a bit vacant and then picks up his torque wrench and just keeps looking out the door, doing what he can do.
Okay. And Argus, how about yourself?
Remind me, what was on the screen when this message played, when the audio of this message played?
So, let me make sure I have that.
I think, with looking at my notes, I think it was 0901 report.
Yes.
Yes, right. And there were other,
We had query before, which
yes,
brought up Elias Blackwell's name.
Yeah. So
and then report.
When you hit report, it does actually come up with the text that is spoken as well. And underneath, it now says location unknown. And it actually has Elias Blackwell as the name.
Add a 1.
So you type in another...
I will do, yeah.
So what are you doing? You're typing in the number, then what's it? Report or query? I think it is query, isn't it?
Query first, yeah.
Yeah. Query first.
So 0902 it would be.
Yeah.
Okay.
John, very quickly, do I lose a point for my willpower as well?
Yes, you do. Yes.
Okay. Yeah. Thank you.
So you type in this number and takes a moment, and then it kind of clicks up. James Roberts. Turkey. 800908198 2.
Type in report.
Yeah, that doesn't mean anything to me. Yeah. I type in report.
Okay, so you hit report. It just comes up with text this time. And it seems to give the location of somebody or someone by the name of James Roberts in Turkey. And it's got a series of numbers afterwards. And it says something about finding way to volcano.
Those are fucking agents. This tracks agents. Fuck.
Mr. Cleric.
Yeah, sorry, go on.
I gather my wits. I gently say to Crazy Eddie, "Hey, excuse me 1 minute, pal." Just gently sort of put my hand on his arm to not push him out of the way, just to guide him so I can get to the keyboard. I'm going to try typing in a name rather than a code.
Yep.
I'm going to try, yes, Clyde Bauman.
Clyde Bauman?
Yeah.
Interesting. Okay. You'll have to listen to our actual play on Trolls and Two-Ton Bridges to understand anything like that. You type in Clyde Bauman and so you hit query, nothing comes up.
How portable is this machine?
It's quite heavy.
It's not plugged into anything, is it? Is it?
Yeah.
It is plugged into stuff.
So it's plugged into the wall as well.
However, it's also in a secure Delta Green.
Yeah. That's what I was.
So it's probably safer for it to be here than it is for anywhere else.
So, look, I don't know. That bloke that I met, that I told you about.
CIA bud.
Well,
Agent Orange, whatever his fucking name is.
There's Rankin.
It
He said
fills me with dread, that guy Rankin.
He said he was a spy. He told me outright that he was a spy.
He is a fucking spy.
So, is this what they're using to monitor? That name you just put in, is that a Pisces agent? Or Pisces case?
It's my first case with these guys. So I don't think this is either Delta Green or Pisces technology per se. Because when I was speaking to it, Icarus, you never know who's listening. He was speaking as though he remembered the conversation. Not that this was written down afterwards. He was speaking the conversation going, I remember writing this down. I don't think that it seems too fucking crazy. I've seen too many fucking weird things to think that this is.
No, right. So I'm not saying they made it, but this is something they found, what they're using it to.
I'm not sure if they use it. They may be using it, but this might just be in here for safekeeping, so that the people who do use it can't get to it.
Odds. I sort of look at Eddie and
I don't know who
and Cleric.
it is, but
Odds on us being in there. What do you reckon? I mean, I've got.
I'd say we're in there.
It doesn't seem to work with names. It only seems to work with the ident.
So what do we just?
So unless you know what your ident is,
do we just keep going up by until?
Or down? I mean.
Or down? Fine. I mean.
I don't know.
Do we just sit here and put random fucking numbers into this?
And I type in 0899.
Okay. 0899.
Because I assume you've got an infinite number of entries for this machine prepped, John. So let's just keep spitting out random numbers.
Random name generator.
That's the stream, guys.
Okay, so you have another name come up. That's Tarek Althor. You let's say you keep on just typing in totally random numbers. Okay.
Yeah.
Do you guys want to roll me? Let's see.
If it's sanity, no.
No. We're actually gonna give you a helpful roll this time. Anybody got
hell yeah.
SIGINT?
Oh shit! Yeah, I've got that.
Probably not.
I've got that.
All right, Argus. Roll. Oh,
it's time at last.
What is your?
Mine is 40%.
Okay, I will. Okay.
Oh, actually, I have that too. So I'm going to try and roll as well.
No need to roll. What is your SIGINT?
40.
40.
Oh,
so both of you.
Okay.
You're going through these.
We got so much in common.
Numbers.
It'd be so nice if we just met in a casual setting and been able to become friends.
Just go, go to the cinema, maybe have a nice meal, just chat,
Bit of curry.
Make some kind of makeshift taser device from a battery and a cigarette lighter.
Good lads night out. Yeah, exactly.
Buds. Killing crows. So
all standing outside the pub, having in the smoking area. Anyway.
Mm-hmm.
So, did you see the match last night? I didn't. I don't like football. It's this thing that lads say. Just things that lads say to each other. I've heard.
So you both are looking at these numbers, and it kind of occurs to both of you, first of all, both of you around about the same time, that you are just putting in sort of these random numbers now.
Mm.
And the random numbers themselves don't really correlate to anything. Not that you have any kind of clue. Certainly not any form of signal intelligence. There's no code here. When you come up with an entry, and you know, not every number is coming up with something. Sometimes it's just like nothing found, error, stuff like that. When you are typing in some numbers and something comes up, it's like bing. Sometimes you will have a name, and it will more than likely have 8 digits. And you work out that looks like that's the date.
Mm.
And the weird thing is you're seeing things that are it looks like it's like day, month, and then year, but the years aren't necessarily now. It could be 1802,
2023,
1802, 1412, 2064.
Can I try that one? Actually, no, I don't, because I'll have sanity loss listening to something in the future.
No.
If you, mate, the thing is, dude, if you don't, I will. Like,
The thing is,
regardless of where I am on my breaking point, man. Like, I
type in
gotta
football pools 2064.
Yeah, exactly. Yeah.
Now, what
we're gonna be rich lads.
The other thing that you find through
we've got to wait 40 years before we get rich, but
this takes something like 3 hours of just intensely going through.
So is this basically a database that we found, more or less?
It looks like it might be something,
or
like
a form of database, because obviously with my computer science,
Mm-hmm.
would I be able to make proper sense of it, of how it's formatted?
No. This is one of the things that you're finding quite weird. It's very difficult to understand how in which capacity it's put together. You understand that there probably is something. It's not
so
year-based.
it's not using hex.
No,
so
it's
not using hex. It's using something else.
Yeah.
Hexadecimal.
Non-Euclidean.
Yeah. Instead of hexadecimal, it's septadecimal or something.
Yes. So you aren't necessarily like really working out what this is about as such, but when you are looking through all of these entries, you don't really find any other that are audio.
Really? Okay.
Yeah. The only one that you found that is audio is Elias.
Yeah.
Which is okay, a bit weird. And as well as that, it is one of the only ones that you've managed to find that actually says unknown, as in location.
So, for instance, the one that's in
1482
or something.
Sorry, what was that, Nick?
Sorry.
The one that's in 1482 or something. I mean, that says like the Forest of Dean.
Yep.
For instance, the one in 2064 says like New York City,
San Francisco.
Yeah.
Whatever. Yep.
Okay.
Yeah. So.
But like I said, the only thing that you managed to find there that is audio, quite weirdly, is Elias. You do find another two that say location unknown.
What dates are they from? And do they have names? You knew I was going to ask that, or at least one of us was going to.
No, hang on a second. Let me just check my notes here.
I know you've got to go down the 200 names that you've got in there.
Yes. Yes.
I'm sorry to put you to such work. Random dates that you...
I'm sorry. Under the pressure, like I was just like writing a couple of names here, and it's fucking hilarious because I came up with James Roberts first of all, and then I did later Robert Simpson, and then I did Roberta.
Look,
it's a database of everyone called Rob was Elias, just a cool name that he gave himself. This is non-diploma. He's actually Bob.
Yeah.
So yes, that didn't happen. Okay, let's say Simon Shaw is one, and so there's one that is 3052, so 3052, and there's one under the name of Zara Alberts.
Zara what?
Alberts.
Alberts.
And that doesn't even have a date. And those are just two out of the 3 hours or so of you looking through here. That's just what you've happened upon.
Still don't know what any of it means, though. At the end of the day, it's a database, but like of what exactly?
Mm-hmm.
Yeah.
So you have this weird computery thing. You also have a room that is still filled with various items.
But it looks like a fucking bomb site.
Yeah. Just to remind everybody, there's a load of mobile phones trashed out on the very front. Just as you walk in, there's some tables upturned. There's a few metal shelving units either side of the unit. One down the middle. There is boxes and boxes and boxes of stuff. There's a domino set. There is
M60.
an M60 in a box. For the discerning gentleman.
Argus is going to sort of, after spending however fucking long it's been of us just poring over this machine, and now, as we're sort of stepping away from it, maybe, it's going to sort of find himself a little bit, and then I know we kind of scoured this place already, but he is going to take pictures of everything.
All good. Okay,
so that's going to happen.
Let's say. So, are you specifically taking photographs of them, like
the machine
in a kind of this is very, or are you just kind of wandering around going click?
Some of the readouts, I guess, I maybe will have got, but not many. Cool. I don't think that would be kind of posthumous at this point. But just I'm going to take
a few pictures of like the machine and things like that.
Yep.
And maybe some of the readouts on like pictures with the phone.
Like the floor. With all its all those mobile phones scattered around on it.
Yeah.
The upturned desks and tables, all these fucking ridiculous guns, these very high caliber machine guns and stuff. Yeah.
Okay.
But beyond that, he's at a bit of a loss.
Okay. So, Eddie, what are you doing around about this time? You've just had a bit of time chilling out, I suppose, in some way.
Oh no, I've been watching the door the entire time. Other than calling over and kind of giving ideas and things, he's been watching the. It's like a little nook in the building, isn't it? Because it was like an alcove that we went into, and then we saw the door. He's been watching out as far as he can, occasionally sticking his head out. And that's largely because nobody sticks an M60 fucking machine gun into a place like this and doesn't expect trouble.
Okay.
So, he's just heightened ever since he picked up that frigging gun.
Yeah.
He's trying to find his comfortable place as well, and his comfortable place is he's the heavy. All this other stuff, that's stuff to do with Elias, that's them. That's their job. That is their job to get shit scared over that. For me, it's about potentially being stabbed by some nutter or shot by some nutter coming down this gully. And that's what he's focusing on right now. And kind of almost dissociating as a result.
Cool. Okay, would you like to roll me a alertness, please?
Yes, indeed.
Mr.
Just
Nick.
Eddie.
Yes, please. Yes.
When you're finished with Simon.
Oh. The roller really likes me today. That's a 9 under 70.
Oh,
wow.
Nice. Very nice. You are used to these kind of scenarios, actually. Weirdly, the heightened element of tension is something that very strangely, you find it comforting. And you slip into those well-worn slippers of crime and making sure that you are taking care of your crew. And you are really happy just to stand there, pay attention. Every now and again, you hear cars go by, because it's still a relatively used neighborhood. It's just this particular area is a bit more downtrodden, and the building that you're in it just hasn't been used in some time. Still, cars go by. You hear someone on a bike. you don't ever hear, and you're certain of this, you don't ever hear anybody trying to come through the gate that you did earlier. You don't ever hear any footsteps, any cars actually approaching. There's nothing like that at all. So you are quite solid in your idea of what is going on at this point. Is there anything else that you would like to do?
No, just making sure that these guys are safe while they're doing their thing. There'll come a point when shit will go south and Eddie will have to step up, but for now, as long as we're safe, he's cool.
Okay. And what, let's say we're hitting around about, I mean, the day's gone on. You guys came in, you searched through this entire place, you managed to find a few items, you've then taken photographs, and obviously you spent 3 hours going over all of the stuff with regards to this strange computer. Is there anything that you would like to do around about this time, which is probably around about 8 o'clock? You're probably getting
We're gonna have
hungry.
to head off to. We're gonna have to head off to Wales at some point. You lads done here?
More or less. It's just one thing I want to do before we go.
All right. Try to get a wriggle on you.
I just want to have a quick squiz round.
So, Cleric, what is it that you are doing?
It suddenly occurred to me, having been like completely focused on trying to figure out how this database is put together and what the fuck it's written in.
Yeah.
Because it's not written in any kind of compiler that I know.
Mm-hmm.
I look around the machine. I don't unplug it or anything else or move it as such. Look around. I want to look on there or anywhere surrounding it, or sort of like up in the corners of the rooms, the angles and stuff. See if there's any occult symbology anywhere.
Okay. Roll a search.
What is my search? Could I not roll on occult?
You're specifically looking for stuff rather than
having found them yet.
Yeah, I know. It's worth an ask.
I appreciate the.
I love your muxy, kid.
Yeah, that's an 86 over 33. So.
Okay, so you have a good look around the actual the room, and you look behind the this computer as well. You don't find any kind of anything occult as such. There's no like symbols. There's no series of candles in a pentagram. There's nothing like that at all. When you're looking around the back of the machine, you do see that it looks like it's like a lead container at the back of the machine. So it's like, and it's humming very slightly because it's on.
Is it hot?
No, actually, no. It doesn't feel hot, really. It's not.
Or is it like freezing cold? Is it freezing cold? Is it hot? Or is it just like
it's just
ambient?
It's just like room temperature, really. It's like an ambient temperature.
And this thing's been running for like at least 20 years non-stop.
It's just been on.
Yeah. And it's not hot at all.
No, it's just kind of. It doesn't look like there's any ventilation or anything.
Yeah.
Okay. We're in Fantasyland, right?
Exactly.
What are you talking about?
How much more would you like me to roll for sanity, realizing this thing's been on for 20 years and it's not hot?
Don't make me smash this thing open, John. I want to know what's inside it. I'm so tempted to do that.
This is why we do these things. I mean, you could open it if you wanted to.
I mean, do we need it? Do we need it? Do we what?
I mean, the world's ending. I mean, you know.
Maybe maybe Icarus is in there.
Okay. So
maybe he'll pop out.
As a let's say a reset slightly.
Mm-hmm.
We have got a very specific task that we're meant to be doing.
Mm-hmm.
You're meant to be
we got
finding
distracted by this fucking safe house and this like whole other case that's going on.
Yeah, we need to get to Wales at some point, and we're still stuck in. Yeah,
this crash helicopter is just going to be swarming with tourists.
So there's
by the time we get there.
Crashed helicopter.
Blue tourists by this point.
No.
Is there anything else that we can remember about our primary objectives?
Ensure the safety of just the general populace
everybody.
and hide everything.
Obfuscate everything.
Yeah.
Find out what happened if you can, but mostly just keep this out of the papers. Keep this out of the public view.
Specifically,
yeah.
Let's not forget about dear Tybalt Greaves and
yes,
and his
dear wife, girlfriend,
yeah,
partner.
Yeah, Griffin. Now, obviously, Amanda Griffin and Tybalt Greaves are now toasty cakes.
Yes,
blueness.
they have been exploded. Yeah.
Yes, so they are. Their remains are no longer. But you've had a few other things that have kind of popped up recently, specifically actually pointing towards Plymouth, which is where you were driving towards. And you are now in Plymouth, which is where this, as Rankin called it, a green box.
Green box, yeah.
It's not green, by the way.
And he was like, it'll be useful and also maybe interesting.
He said it might be useful.
Might be useful. Do you think he knew about the computery thing, or do you think he was just like, hey, you guys might need a fucking AR-50?
an AR-50 M60 heavy machine gun, squad-based heavy weapon. What I'm going to, as we're leaving, because I'm guessing we're going to be leaving relatively shortly.
I'm ready to go. Yeah.
I suddenly go, how about if we leave the crew with fingers and the blue shit in here? We tell the fuckwit lemon green box and just the code, whatever the code was to get in.
Mm-hmm. Is there a fridge in here?
No.
It is in a cold box full of ice, isn't it?
Oh, that's true. Yeah. So these guys don't have a fridge in their safe house? How are these people living?
Yeah.
Little mini fridge.
I'm not sure you actually
didn't know you want a fridge.
Yeah. I'm not sure you actually gave us a code, to be honest with you. But so we send him, literally, we just text, we leave the box, the cold box in there. Just put it inside the door. I'm very comfortable with that. Like that's fine. Look, yeah.
So ditching the cars.
Biohazard stuff. Be careful.
Crow in green box, and then the code.
Okay.
Well, he's also not going to know the location. We'll have to tell him where it is, because this is a Delta Green box, and Pisces and Delta Green don't share. Don't share intel.
What time did what year did what three words start?
I'm pretty sure it's before 2014.
Yeah. In that case, because I'm going to be up on like new tech.
Oh sure, do a what three words.
So literally, I'm gonna send him a crow in green box, the what three words, address, and the code.
Okay. And it just so happens that those 3 words are hidden mad crow.
Roll a sanity check.
Hang on.
It's one coincidence too many, John.
Oh!
I can't deal with it.
So,
you send off some food.
You send off this message, and then
sleep.
You head off to where are you going? Is there anywhere? Do you know anywhere? Are you going to go to a hotel?
Yeah, I'm.
To be honest, I think we should probably drive as far as we can towards the Wye Valley before we fucking pass out.
There was
Kip
stuff.
in the car.
There was stuff.
Kip in the car.
There was stuff. I mean, there's people being shot with high-powered rifles in Plymouth, which again is like, is this relevant? I mean, I'm sure it is, but it's like, we gotta go.
Man, all of the shit I'm throwing at you. I'm so sorry.
It's upsetting.
There's only so many things that we can actually deal with in one thing. I mean,
you're right.
Random person shooting with a high-powered rifle is not necessarily a Pisces or a Delta Green.
But did they get the high-powered rifle from this place?
If they did, they're going to be fucking spies, like Black Ops, wet work
but
stuff.
Have they gone crazy?
We're not going to be
killing random.
We're not here to take on fucking government assassins.
You're right. We're not. Only Eddie is potentially placed to deal with that kind of situation. You and I are.
Hey,
no bueno.
Oh, hang on. That's accurate. Sorry, carry on.
No, like in a fight, dude. Like.
Yeah, that's why I said hey, and then it's accurate. Yeah.
Do you remember when we were in our only fight situation in this whole game, and I used my full turn to give you a weapon?
whilst I was holding the door shut
from the outside
on them.
You son of a bitch. Lest we forget. I think when Cleric suggests we drive as far as we can, I think there's a real look of like, I slept on a park bench last night from
you did
from Arthur.
The two people not driving can sort of have a quick snooze in the car and then we can swap drivers.
I'm not going to argue. I'm not going to suggest that we wait. I'm just going to. I'm just going to nod. With resignation.
Just a thought.
I will say, if you are driving, you will start to incur penalties.
I'm fucked. I'm a point away from breaking.
Argus has had an incredibly long day and really bad yesterday. No, all of you.
Did you not sleep on the train, Argos?
Was it an overnight train from?
No, it was at 6:30 in the morning.
No, it's in the morning. I mean, I probably did, but like, it's not good quality. You know, you need quality sleep.
You've all had like a bit of murder time within the last 48 hours. So
no, don't put that on me. I didn't murder anyone.
I wasn't. I was holding the fucking door shut. Nothing to do with me. No burning down buildings. No assassinating doctors.
Okay. All right.
There's only one murderer here, okay, and that's fine.
And Eddie was only following orders.
That's very true.
Yeah.
Well, me, Guff.
Far be it from me to bring up the Nazis. Anyway,
that's hard turn away from.
Yeah.
Right. Okay. So we are. At this point, starting to get into about 10 o'clock at night.
Yeah, I think I'll say what happens. Cleric, you make that a suggestion that we get in the car and we drive, and whoever's in the back can have a sleep and whatever. And you look at Argus after you've said that, and I don't know what your human intelligence is like. What is your human intelligence score, just out of interest?
14.
I think it would have to be like 2% for you to not see that this man is broken and exhausted and needs like hot food, a shower, and minimum 6 hours of sleep. Like, please 8. Yeah. But like, he's fucked.
I look at you and go,
yeah.
Oh, fuck it. A few more hours is not gonna make any fucking difference. Let's just go find a cheap fucking a fucking hotel somewhere.
There'll be a Premier Inn or something.
Yep.
The breakfast the other day was fucking nice. I'm going to have another 2 of those. Fucking hell. Fucking stuff.
We're not going to the same one though.
They're all the fucking same.
You're in a different place.
Have you never heard of fucking hotel space? All hotels are the fucking same. You go through any one fucking door and you can end up in any fucking hotel.
L space.
They're all the fucking same.
So is Eddie suggesting that the 3 of us don't go to the same hotel? Is that what?
No, we can't. That's
he
back
doesn't want
in
to go back to
Truro.
the same one we were in last night. Yeah,
I see.
Okay.
Yeah, no. So we go
I didn't
to another Premier Inn. It's fine.
We go to a different one.
So there's you see that there's 3 Premier Inns over in Plymouth. You go to
we all go to different ones.
Yeah.
Why not? I'll go to the one that you guys were in last night, and you guys go to the
We
other
weren't
2.
in Plymouth last night.
I'm sorry. And we'll compare notes.
So let's say that you head to the one in the city centre.
Yeah, that'll do.
Just because it's it's nice and central, and you can kind of there's a little bit of security in knowing that there's other people around you.
Yeah,
and
I'm just going to get one room, like a family room.
All good. So maybe you all get one room each. And
I was just going to get a family room for all of us.
You're going to get a family room for all of you.
I mean, if that's okay with you guys.
I will shell out of my personal money to have a room that is mine. In that
case, we're fine. We'll all have different rooms. Yeah. It was just a thought of like safety in numbers sort of thing.
That's all good. Okay.
Yeah, we'll have a decent room on our own.
Yeah.
Brilliant. Now, no one has lost any. No one has actually hit their breaking point today.
No.
So usually when you hit your breaking point, you would need to roll to make sure that you got some sleep. Because there's a real possibility that you might not, at which point you start then suffering from additional penalties. As it is, because you haven't all of you managed to get a reasonable night's sleep, perhaps some kind of nightmares here and there. You're not in the best of situations. You've all showered though. You perhaps ate something that night. You feel a little bit more human in the morning. In front of you, the day, the weather is cool again. We are in December. No, we are in October, should I say, after all. And who would be the first down to the breakfast table?
Probably not. Probably not
me.
Arthur this morning. I think he's going to get as much sleep as humanly possible.
So I guess,
Are we going down fairly early? Yeah, fairly early.
I mean,
so
taxi driver.
Eddie and Cleric, they're chilling out.
So 7:30, 8 o'clock, something like that.
Sure.
Yep.
And at some point later in the day,
Yep.
Argus manages to rise.
Second monster by the time Argus comes down.
Yeah.
As Argus descends the stairs, or he comes out of the lift.
Yeah.
So, this is a high class joint. We see a lower third, and it's Plymouth. October 4th. Is it? Oh, October 5th. Believe it or not, October 5th.
Time flies.
Yeah. What kind of time is this? About 10 maybe?
No, it's not super late. I'll say 9:30.
Okay. So
Yeah.
9 p.m. No. So 9 a.m.
Yeah, 9 p.m. that night he appears.
You see the others. They're sat there. They're munching through some breakfast. Maybe not the best of breakfasts, but it will do. It's for the fact that you guys have been working like beasts on all of this stuff so far. You sit down. In the morning, Cleric, you check your phone. You have a message from Harold Lemon. And it says, "Thank you for the heads up. I will dispatch a team immediately."
I read it and just send back K.
Nice.
I write code, so the least amount of actual
Yes.
symbols that you can use to create what you need, the better.
That's how it works.
So, what's the plan for today? Are we heading towards Wales?
You were specifically going to Plymouth for reasons.
What was that? Remind me what the Plymouth reasons were. I'm so sorry.
That's all right. It's been a couple of weeks. So, things that exist within Plymouth. You know that the
was the
Wells
the detective agency is what it was, wasn't it? It was the detective agency.
Was in Plymouth, and that was burnt to the ground. More than likely arson of some description, from what you heard. You also have somebody who is related to Greaves in his. He's connected via the fact that he paid for some works to be done on the lab of Greaves via a personal check. And he was then connected to a solicitor's. Let me just make sure. So it's Marcus Silverman and Green Solicitors, which are based at the Crescent in Plymouth. This all seemed a little bit strange because everything else was paid for through offshore accounts. Yep. Is this becoming clearer?
Yep.
Cool. You thought it was a bit weird because it's tied to a company called Ansile Incorporated. Those are the main reasons why Plymouth exists in your brains.
Okay.
Now, these are direct connections, as far as you can tell, to what's going on with the situation with Greaves. You at the back.
You know that you said that you can get some of your willpower points back by having a decent sleep and or doing stuff.
Yes.
And or doing stuff. Your motivations.
Yes, that's correct.
Now, obviously, one of my motivations is playing guitar and writing songs for my band.
Yes. Yep. Okay. Yep.
Having spent all day yesterday playing with this computer, I have written a song, scribbled in my little notebook, called Magellanic Hex.
Okay.
Which is it's still in its early form of being written, but I have written a song to be played, and a basic little guitar tab, at least for the lead guitar.
Okay, cool.
Would that allow me to get one of my willpower points back?
Yes, it will. And
because I'm down 2 at the minute.
That's fine. You will also. I would give you back 2 points because you automatically will get back some willpower for sleeping.
I don't know where the other one was lost from, by the way. So
that's fine. These things happen.
I think it was a previous game.
That is very possible.
But yes.
Was anybody else down any willpower?
Yes, I'm down.
I thought you were, Pip.
Yes, I am. I absolutely am. I'm down to 8 of 12. So.
Ooh, yeah. Roll the 1d6 for me, please.
1d6. Yeah. A 4.
Get back 4.
Exactly what I needed.
Hooray!
What a nice, relaxing sleep I've had.
Yeah,
does anything happen to my sanity points?
No, it kind of sits there.
Yeah, nice, dude. That's great. That's so cool.
Knocking on the door of.
That's so awesome. I'm really looking forward to it. Woo.
Right. So, So you currently have the solicitors, and you also have the detective agency that you have had some connection to here. So what
now,
are you
the
intending
detective agency was the place that got burnt down, is that
to do?
right?
Correct, yes.
So I think we should swing past there, maybe just have a quick look, because
Yep,
I'm not sure there's
absolutely.
going to be very much we can do there.
Yep.
If there's somebody on, if there's a guard
we'll just
or
take
something.
a quick look in the safe house. We'll just have a quick look in the safe house. There's probably something useful in there. Oh,
a day
it's
later.
a magic computer.
Yeah, a day later. And then go maybe to the solicitors afterwards.
Yeah, I'm down. I'm down with that plan. I think that's what we should do.
I might use my warrant card, which I've got in my pocket, to speak when I speak to the solicitors.
Okay, yeah.
If
cool.
they start being funny about answering any questions, for instance.
Yeah, of course. Yeah. Okay, so where to first? What are we doing? How are we doing this?
The burnt out.
The burnout detective agency.
Detective agency, yeah.
Okay, so you drive up. It's actually not too far from where you are. You head north. Oh no, actually, it's not too far from where the green box was. Should I say?
Right.
It's slightly more north than that, and it runs alongside the river that leads out into the ocean there. So you start to drive up there, and let me see if I still have a lovely picture of. Let's have a look. Oh yeah, there we go. So let me show that. There you go. So that's the current look of the place. So you drive up and you see that this is an absolutely trashed area. So out of interest, I reckon, Eddie, you can give me a criminology here.
Yep, I'll have to do it on my phone, being that the my other laptop's just run out of power. So I'll do it here.
Just
you watch me fail.
I was going to say,
fail it now. That laptop was doing really well for me. Right, there we go.
Pip, you can also roll.
Just mine is a 50. Mine is a 52. Like I'm down with the crims. Cool. Some of it anyway.
What did you get?
3.
I got a bleeding 2 under 60 something.
Mate, I got a 3 under 52.
You guys. Goodness me. Okay.
Can I roll as well?
Yeah,
I'm feeling left out.
Roll it.
4.
I mean,
4.
I've got 19% in criminology. It's better than my.
Please.
It's better than my human.
You got to roll the skills you're bad at. You got to do it.
But I got an 85.
No, okay.
Take that fella off.
There we
just
go.
Improved it. See, this is the reason we roll.
Yeah.
Okay. Cleric is looking at this absolute
Bewildered
mess, and it's just like, oh, that's a big fire. Whereas Argus and Eddie, you are, as I'm assuming Eddie's driving.
Yeah.
And he pulls up just nearby, and as you start to approach, you're like, there is no way that was just an ordinary fire. That was like really, really hot. So there's probably some form of incendiary device going on there.
What the hell did they use? Rocket fuel or something? I mean, that's insane, mate. Can you see those melted edges there? You can't do that with petrol.
No.
Hey, what I also want to know is why so hot? I mean, I know why I'd burn something that up. Is if it had some blue goo inside.
So if there's no one else around.
I'm gonna wander in and just start picking over, having a look around.
Cool. So do you all go in, or is it just yourself?
Yep.
Yeah. Cool.
Day glow jackets, helmets, toolbox.
Pull it out again.
Yeah.
Is there anything Is there anything in like, if this? So this was like a chemical fire, right? Like, maybe, or
actually, the
can
more,
I make a?
The more
no, you go for it.
You start looking around, you don't think it's necessarily a chemical fire, but you're not totally sure what it is. Does anybody have demolitions? Actually, that'd be an interesting one to go with.
Almost certainly not.
No,
0%. No, can't even roll it.
If we're on an industrial park,
yep,
John,
mm-hmm.
Is there a greasy spoon?
No, not nearby here. It looks like what there was like a garage, there was a bike repair store, and a small gym, and there was obviously the detective's office as well.
Okay,
it's a very small setup.
Can I go and have a quick chat with the bike repair place?
Yeah, sure. Roll luck for me, please.
What, to see if it's open?
They're not going to be open. That you see right there on that picture, the element just to
12.
the right. Oh,
12.
That's pretty good.
Well, okay. Let me rephrase it. Let me find somewhere that's close by that's not been burnt down.
Okay. So every single part of this has been burnt down. It's that.
So there's no buildings left.
No, so
the whole industrial park, the whole industrial unit thing went up in flames.
Trashed, yes.
So this wasn't just a part of.
No, well, what you see is that. Let's put it this way. So, Cleric, you head off over to see if there's anybody else, or
I'm looking to see if I can find any security guards, anybody trying to salvage their living, anything like that I can have a talk to.
Yeah, absolutely. Okay.
And bearing in mind I rolled a 12 under 50 for luck.
Yes. So, Cleric goes off, and he
I do tell the other ones, I'm just going to go and find something to talk to.
You go off, mate. We'll check through it. Yeah.
Eddie and Argus walk into the remains of this building, and it is trashed. It is absolutely trashed. Eddie's starting to pick through things. Argus starts looking through bits and pieces. He's like, what's going on here? Cleric starts walking to the east, which is more towards some of the other building, the other stores, or the like where the small gym is towards the end. But that looks like it's also been absolutely gutted. Cleric sees this guy just picking through the rubble of the gym, and he looks like he's in his mid-30s. It looks quite sporty, as you'd expect for somebody that's looking through the rubble of a gym. He's not looking particularly happy, as you'd expect.
And this only happened, 2 or 3 days ago, wasn't it?
It was. I can give you the actual date of it.
I was going to say it was quite recent, wasn't it?
Yes.
Yeah. It's like the day before we arrived or something, which makes it 3 days?
October 3rd, so it's 2 days ago. Yeah.
2 days ago.
Yes.
I sort of wander across and sort of call across to the guy picking through the rubble. It's like, oh, for fuck's sake, what the fuck happened here, pal?
Oh, yeah. Are you sorry? Are you a member?
No, I had my bike in the fucking repair shop.
Oh, sorry, mate. Yeah, look, it's all gone.
What the fuck happened here?
Oh, it's some bastard. Some total bastard. I mean, there's various thoughts on what it could have been. Turns out it was arson, of course.
Oh, hey, fucking marvellous.
Yeah, the police and the firefighters did their best with it all, but police
I'm sure they did. Fucking guys are fucking heroes.
Well, yeah. I mean, it went on for a while. Yeah, everything's gone, mate. My life.
Oh, fucking hell.
I've owned this for like 5 years now. It's doing really well. And then, gone. Yeah. And as you're talking with this guy, Eddie and Argus, you start to have a look through like a couple of the more melted bits of this building. And certainly you, Eddie, you start to realize that, hang on, this is like, this is weird. This is mad, actually, because it looks like someone's used some kind of like, I don't know, an M112 demolition block or like C4 in large amounts to take this place out. And they probably set it off with thermite. This is like
the second that I see that, because thermite is unmistakable, absolutely unmistakable. I'm a chemist in real life, and I've actually used thermite in real life, so there we go.
Hey.
The second he sees that, he goes, "Fuck me, Argus, come here."
I'll pick my way over the rubble. What you found?
He gets like it'll be a crowbar, because he has a crowbar, a little gemmy, and just starts hacking away at the floor. And he picks up what seems to be really tarnished molten metal, sniffs it and goes, "Fucking hell. Do you know what this is?"
Do I know what? Can I roll?
I'm about to tell him.
Now I know. I know. I just want to impress the cool guy who killed a man in front of me a couple days ago.
Roll that chemistry.
I've got a chemistry score. Oh no.
Do you want to ask him if it's a rhetorical question?
No. I look blankly at you.
This shit's fucking thermite, mate. You can make it, but this stuff, to do all this,
to burn.
I mean, this is more than somebody soaking wire wool in water to get fine, rust powder and psych. Oh, hang on, a psych. Although you can get it by you getting a hacksaw and a bike frame, an aluminium bike frame. That's all it really is. It's rust and aluminium put together.
But it's fucking. They've blown this place up. Like, this
isn't
just
anarchist cookbook shit, though, mate. They did it properly. Yeah, this stuff burns white hot. You put water on it, it turns it into hydrogen and oxygen, and then burns that shit. Yeah. The only way to put it out is sand, and even then, it makes you a lovely glass bowl afterwards. It's almost like I've done it. But yeah, they. Science, kids, it's great. But yeah,
don't burn things.
No, do burn things, but in controlled and risk-assessed situations. But yeah, this is
Science
some serious shit. This is some serious shit. I mean, this is what you do to burn out a body.
We're not going to find anything here, are we? Apart from that, there's not going to be any evidence here. There's not going to be anything left.
Well, not necessarily. I mean, thermite burns hot, but it burns local, right? I mean, don't get me wrong. The flash from this shit going off will set fire to curtains like 100 meters away. But the big burn, like that, and he starts running the gemmy through what is very, very fine powdered ash.
Yeah, is it clear?
What you do is you use this stuff to fuck up something in a very small area.
This is what I'm saying.
It'll burn everything else.
Is it clear to Eddie, like close as makes no odds, like where this start? Like, was this this was the detective office?
Yes.
Where this happened?
Yes.
Yeah.
Like,
I'd like to know where in the detective office, and if we can find from, say, for example, there's some burnt out desks that have still got their structure or something. Was this an office, a storeroom, a place where you find filing cabinets, toilet?
From what you can tell, it looks like, I mean, it's a shell now. Almost every single thing is now dust. But you believe that it probably started in the main office. From where you're stood, it's where you would put a main office. It wouldn't be like the toilet over there. You can tell there's ceramic going on somewhere. There's kitchen. Again, there's some ceramics. You've muted yourself.
The toilet would be literally the only thing left because you can't burn ceramic.
Exactly. This is what I'm saying. There's some tiles over in the kitchen. But other than that, you're pretty convinced that someone has set off this thermite and then a shit ton of C4 or something equivalent within this very
C4 though,
unassuming.
That's not just burning a place down. This is an explosion.
It's
like
eradicated.
Like that's. Did the news reports that we found, and in fact, because there's not much I can do in terms of searching, were there any fatalities? Did people die when?
Not that you saw.
Not that we saw in the news. Okay, not that we're aware of. Yeah.
But on that bombshell, we're going to go to a break.
Okay.
Have a think. That was awful.
Every time we go to a new place,
are available.
I just find myself just going like, but what does it mean? Every time. And I'm guessing that is the full point of Del Green, is that I be upset and not understand what's going on for like 90% of the time. God. Help. Send help. Help us.
Weirdly, thermite is the type of thing you'd want to use if you were in Delta Green and wanted to get rid of the evidence. So,
which we do.
Actually, yeah, it's a good point. Oh, it's probably them. Okay, right. Fine.
Luckily, we know somebody who do it.
Let's go on your break. Bye.
Oh.
And we're back in. And hi, guys. Everybody's super confused. And I mean, we were just talking about like how to get rid of dead bodies, but that's a different topic.
Yeah.
That's side hustle. Side hustle. Yeah, that's fine.
Exactly. Yeah, side hustle. Sorry. Like corpse like
corpseology
disposal corpseology should never be a side hustle. Should always be your main
cleaning
hustle.
service. Discreet cleaning service is what we call it.
Exactly. Anyway, you are stood in a absolutely blasted out what did remain of a building. You can see in front of you there is, to you, Eddie, an obvious sign of thermite. And then on top of that, some kind of very, very hot explosion. And the subsequent inferno that then took over the other stores within this particular just establishment of was it 4 different shops, I think it is. The least affected and yet still trashed is the gym at the very end, which Cleric is now talking to this gentleman. Is there anything in particular that you wish to do?
I feel like I got to try a search just to see if there's anything else to find here.
Sure. Okay.
But my search is bad.
Please try it.
I
you know, because you know you'll be able to tick it off, and then you increase.
It's just anything at this point. Like
absolutely
anything that's not completely destroyed.
Yes.
And I'll say centered around where we believe the private investigator's office was, rather than the entire complex itself. So
of course. Would anybody else like to roll for that?
It's 92 over 25.
I would tick that then.
Yes, I will.
Eddie, did you want to?
Yeah, I'll go. Yeah, I'll go for a search.
Cool.
If only just to get the little tick in the box.
It's always worth it, right?
Yep, 54 over 44. I fail.
Cool. Okay, so neither of you find anything. And in all fairness, Eddie, like, you aren't that surprised. The amount of destruction that you can see within this part of the building is pretty final. The fact that it has taken over the rest of the building as well, the rest of the attached storefronts, there's no way you're finding anything. Cleric, on the other hand, has found this guy trudging through the remains of his life, and he doesn't look happy. Is there anything you want to say to him, Cleric?
Yeah, literally, I said, I hope the insurance company pays out for you.
Well,
no, I guess the bike guys would be in contact about reimbursement for my bike, I suppose.
Yeah, I'm sure their insurance will cover it. Look, I mean, I'm sorry, mate. Look,
No, it's
the
fine.
last couple of days have been
I've lost a bike. You've lost a business.
my life, mate. My life.
I hope at least part. I hope at least part of it comes back to you.
Yeah. So do I. Hope you manage
Take
to
care of
find
yourself.
a new rally or something. I don't know.
Aye, something like that.
Right.
You take care of yourself now.
You too.
And
he
I'll
goes
wander
back.
off, not
Yeah.
directly back to but I'll sort of kind of
Start
circuitous
wandering around
route.
a little bit.
Yeah.
Oh, that's fair enough. Is there anything you're looking for?
I'll get out my phone and just like start sort of just tapping away on it, and so I'm just like looking for something on Google, you know.
A new bike shop.
Yeah.
Or a new bike. Maybe.
A new bike.
Searching with that insurance money in mind.
Yeah, exactly.
Yes.
Yeah.
Okay. So you kind of make your way around, and just in front of this this series of buildings, by the way, there is it's just like a bit of wasteland, really. But and other than the fact that it's it's a bit green, it's not completely destitute. Other than the fact that it's got quite a lot of detritus and mess now on there. It hasn't helped, obviously, that fire crews have pretty obviously parked up on front of this area here. The ground is now, you can see it's rutted, and not in its best of states. So you wander back towards where the front part of the ex-detective agency is. Argus, Eddie, you have looked through this building, or what remains of it, and you don't find anything else. You are muted.
We're gonna have to go to the people, mate. I mean, there's no physical evidence we're gonna get here. We're gonna have to go to the fellas who actually owned this place and see what we can get from them. Do you think they may have been Pisces or green?
I don't know, to be honest. They might not even be involved with whatever he was doing. He might just have been using them to find something else.
Fair.
But
either way,
we need
gotta go and see Tonne, right?
We need to double check.
Yeah.
Okay.
Have you got a contact maybe that you can find an address for us?
I mean, you could always Google. You could always
look it up.
If I remember correctly, you did actually try phoning.
I mean, is it worth asking the guy who used to own a business here who these guys are and where we might find them? There's a
the business owners should know each other, so yeah.
Okay. So you're gonna wander back towards where the
I won't, because I've already just pretended that I'm bike shop.
I'm sure it's not going to arouse too much suspicion.
I didn't want to jump straight in and say I was looking for the detective agency.
Yeah, that's fine. I'll go full, like, I'll wander over there, like, in full sort of journalist mode with my gilet and my camera around my neck, and just like.
Have you got a press pass thing?
Probably.
You probably do. Yeah.
I probably do. Yeah. That's probably something I would have.
Yeah.
I'll pick my way over to this guy.
So you start to walk up to him, and just as Cleric saw, he's picking through the remains of various exercise machines, and just, I guess, seeing what he can recover.
Yeah, which is not going to be much. You right, mate?
Oh, it's like King's Cross round here. Pretty busy.
What? You work here, or worked here, or?
This was my gym.
Oh. Well, I'm sorry. Arthur Calvert. I'm a journalist. Thought there might be a story here. Maybe. I heard people in town say that it was an arson. Maybe.
Oh yeah, I mean that's what police reckon.
Do you heard anything about suspects or?
No, mate.
No.
I mean, the problem is that it's probably just fucking kids or something,
Big fire for a bunch of kids.
Yeah, well, I mean, you never know the chemicals that they got in that bike shop. Just fucking go up, wouldn't it? Like, oil.
Sure.
Told Jim not to leave loads of oil lying around. It's like,
I've taken the notebook out at this point, and I'm gonna just nodding, definitely, not in a police kind of, I'm taking notes because I'm gonna, whatever, but in just okay, yeah.
I desperately want you to have a flippy one.
Yeah, of course. What about the, sorry, so I did a bit of homework beforehand. It was a detective agency.
Who are you then?
I've told you who I am.
Yeah, but we come around here and just asking questions about everything. Like, it's been in the paper.
Look, mate, I hear arson, and I come and check out this area, which looks like a bomb's fucking hit it. This doesn't look like the work of some kids, to me, as far as I'm concerned. But I'm just trying to get to the bottom of things.
You reckon a bomb? What is it, Al-Qaeda?
Look, this isn't just a fire. You've been picking around over here. You know, when things are burned, some of the stuff over there is bloody liquefied. This is...
Well, I don't
maybe
know
it's nothing. Maybe I'm being an idiot. Maybe I'm wasting my time. I'd just like to know what happened.
Oh, as far
Did
as
you
I'm
know
concerned,
the blokes who run that detective agency? Did you know him?
Yeah,
Harry, did you say?
Aaron.
Aaron, what was his full name? Do you know his full name?
Aaron Dinot.
Aaron Dinot. And
I mean, he didn't
again,
come round an awful lot, but Ted's there and Evelyn. Nice.
Ted.
All right, aren't they?
Was it Ted and Evelyn? What they worked at the detective agency as well?
Yeah, well, it was Ted Belton and Evelyn Wells. Yeah, that's right.
Right. And they're local, I assume.
I think so. Yeah. I mean,
Right.
Aaron's been here for years, but yeah, I mean, Ted came about.
Do you know any idea where I could find him? I'm not asking for a home address. I just mean anywhere they hang out, like a bar or a pub or somewhere that I might be able to track him down, ask him a couple of questions.
I could. I mean, I got
Or number.
The number. Yeah. I mean, I guess.
Would you mind? Again, I just want to ask him a few questions about their what's happened here, and if they know anything.
Do you think this is going to help at all?
Look, I don't know if it's going to help in terms of getting you or anyone else any kind of financial compensation. That's beyond me. That's for the police to decide and for insurance to decide.
That's fair
But
enough, I guess.
if it's a case of finding out what actually happened here, and if it's more serious than just some kids fucking about, I mean, do we want this to happen again somewhere else? No, we don't. And if we can, find out who's done it and why, and look, I'm not making any promises, mate. Look, this is just my job. But I'd like to ask him some questions.
All right.
And if he gives me the number, I'll scribble it down.
He pulls out his mobile. And
I'm 100% the kind. I'm 100% the kind of man who, even at this time in this year, is still going to write the number down in the notebook rather than take the phone out and put it directly into the phone.
Absolutely. Why would you want random numbers in your phone? So
yeah, that's what I'll do.
He reels off this number and he's like, yeah, well, that's I think that goes through to Ted. Like he tends to do a lot of the stuff around here now. Aaron's not around quite so much anymore.
It was Ted, Aaron, and what was the other name? There was Evelyn. That's right.
Evelyn Wells. Yeah.
Wells.
I mean, Wells. She's been around for like 10 years. Say she hasn't been here long. But Ted and like Aaron's been here for fucking ages. Look, like I remember, like they used to have right before I came. Used to have like what was it? It was some kind of like a couple of garages. Yeah, there was like all manner of things around here, and like they I think they moved here. When was it? It was probably about 11, 12 years ago.
Right.
Yeah. So been here for a while.
Right. So it must be local then. Good. Okay. Thank you. And again, I'm sorry for all this that's happened to you.
Not going to get much from the government, I guess, or from my bloody bastard fucking insurance company.
The insurance didn't cover fire, or
Oh, what? Bombs?
maybe.
I had flood. I'm right next to a bloody
Makes
river
sense.
here,
Look,
you know?
Makes sense. Makes sense.
Not fire.
All right, mate. Thank you for your help. And if I find anything out that seems pertinent, then I'll let you know.
Do you want my number?
Yeah, absolutely. I can get in touch, and I'll scribble his number down as well.
Yeah.
Absolutely not give mine out under any circumstances.
His name's he gives his name as well. It's like, my name's it's Jeremy.
Mm-hmm.
Jeremy Tyden.
And he was the gym owner, because I'm sure this will come back and be super relevant later.
Yeah, well.
All right, I will thank him for his time and leave the poor man on his own. And I rejoin the others. And I guess out will, unless there's more. Is there anything that Cleric and Neddy want to do before we leave?
Yeah. So, just to ask, is there anything else that you guys have in mind that you'd like to look over, or anything like that?
No.
Okay.
No, I mean it's obliterated. I mean, the only thing we got from here is that somebody wanted something very, very, very gone.
Yeah, very gone.
And we can do a roll in if you need to do it for this, but we only found the fire originating from one place, right? Because arson, they'll throw it all about the place, or they'll put it somewhere where they know it's going to go boom, like, for example, a big tank of formaldehyde. But if it's in one place, it is often to cover up a crime or to get rid of evidence or whatever.
From what you could see, it looks like it originated from one area.
Okay. Right. I've got names and I've got a number for the for a Ted. What was Ted's surname? Sorry.
Ted Belton.
Belton. So and Aaron's surname was
Dinot. So it's
Dinot.
Dinot,
yeah.
and then Ted Belton. So
got
it's
it.
It's the Dinot, Belton and Wells Detective Agency.
Dinot, Belton and Wells. There we go. I think the issue here is that I hadn't written down the name of the detective agency. I've got a number. Do we want to do this now? I can give them a call and see if they'll meet, and under the guise of a journalist, which isn't a guise, it's my job.
Do it. May as well, mate.
Maybe
just get on with it.
Arrange for a meeting after we've been to the solicitors.
Right. Okay. I will put the number into my phone.
Awesome. So you head east in Plymouth.
Yeah, we'll head towards the solicitors and I'll call them on the way.
Cool. Okay. So are you calling? Are you calling the detective agency on the way, or are you heading towards?
I'm calling the number I was given for Ted, so I'm calling Ted direct.
Okay, all right. So you're calling whilst you're driving.
If that's okay.
Yeah. I'm just trying.
I assume the detective agency number goes to a phone that has very much melted.
Yeah. He has given you. He said this goes through to Ted. So, and it looks like a mobile.
Great.
Okay. So
perfect.
You're driving along, and you type in the. I'm assuming Eddie, you're driving, aren't you? So Argus, you're maybe.
Yeah, I think unless we say otherwise, right? Like Eddie's the driver.
So perhaps Argus, you're in the back. You are tapping away on your phone to dial in. Hi.
Hello there. Is that am I speaking to Mr. Ted Belton?
Yeah.
Hello, Mr. Belton. My name's Arthur Calvert. I'm a journalist. I'm investigating the fire from a couple of days ago that I believe destroyed your business in the industrial park. Is that correct?
Yeah.
I hope you don't mind. I obtained your number from a Mr. Jeremy Tyden, an owner of another business in the park. I wondered if you'd be available to answer some questions, or for me to ask some questions, rather, about the circumstances around the fire.
You'll have to forgive me. I'm sorry. I'm a bit out of sorts at the moment.
That's understandable, sir. I'm happy to come to you. Also happy to keep this conversation on the phone if you'd rather not meet up. Whatever's convenient for you.
Are you nearby the hospital at all?
I'll hand the palm the speaker so I can't hear and be like, are we anywhere near a fucking hospital?
We will be in a minute, mate.
Yeah, you're going to be driving sort of by it. So it's on your way over towards the
Yeah. We are, sir, yes.
Okay.
Are you currently in the hospital?
Yeah. Do you? There's like a Costa coffee or something like that down by the A&E, I think.
Right.
I can be there in about a half hour. I just need to get myself together.
Perfect. That works for me. I'll be the gentleman with the dark hair in the red gilet. With the camera.
Flower in the buttonhole.
Flower in the buttonhole, yeah.
Do you also have a little hat with the press?
I don't have it on me, sir, but I'm sure I can... I'll try to find one in the next half an hour. How does that sound?
Sure.
Half an hour it is, and it goes dead. Cool. And the kind of the sort of personable, like,
goes.
Yeah, this is just gone from Arthur completely. Right. Gonna have to drop me off, lads. I'm gonna meet this guy now. He said half an hour, so.
What was that about the hospital?
He's in the fucking hospital. He wants to meet in the Costa down off A&E. I don't know what's wrong with him, but something, and he sounded not great. So,
yeah, neither did our original lad.
No,
he didn't sound too great before the blue got him.
That stuff acted pretty fast. So let's hope he's not. And if he is, and I have that fucking Bulldog 44 pistol that I picked up from the yeah 100%. Yeah, no, he's
in the gilet.
I've got enough pockets. It's in one of my many pockets. It's a lot smaller, I think, than the pistols that we had as our like issue pistols. It's like it's like a snub-nosed revolver, so I can probably fit it a little bit easier in a pocket. I mean, unless you think it's a remarkably stupid idea, but I kind of think anything we do at this point.
It's our job. It's our job. Even if he is influenced by something like that, we got to take a look at, yeah?
Do you want to go on to the solicitors and I'll go and do this, or do you rather?
Nah, mate. No, we're staying together on this one. You meet him at the Costa. We'll be outside. All right.
I mean, feel free to be in the Costa. He doesn't. I only gave him a description of me.
Nah, I want to be outside just in case I have to bundle him in the back of a car.
All right. Understood. Hey, you know best.
I don't, mate. I'm just reacting. Yeah. Okay. Let's see.
I hear that statement of "I'm just reacting" and just have a flash once again of him opening that doctor's throat with a knife.
Yeah. Look, if things are going shit, let's see. Text Biscuit if you need to get out of there. Text Marmite if you need me to basically knock the fuck out of the guy and get him out of there, yeah?
Got it.
Okay. I just got a weird feeling. That the way you were looking when you were talking to him isn't like happy conversation sound, you know?
No, he sounded fucked, honestly.
All right.
Yeah.
Just look after yourself, mate. I know that I'm probably looking a bit gung-ho about this, but I want you to, be safe, yeah?
I think if Crazy Eddie waits in the car, I'll walk in 5-10 minutes before and just sit in the coffee shop.
Just get a newspaper, sit somewhere you can see us,
or just like a paperback book or something, or just like a magazine, something like that. Just
whatever you need to do.
Yeah.
Let's do that.
I'll walk in there before, so I'm already. I mean, I know I'm not the most sort of subtle person to walk into anywhere.
Yeah, but he's the guy.
Big people exist everywhere.
Yeah,
they do, but
so I hear.
Yeah.
Okay. So let's just work out a kind of a marching order, as it were.
Yep.
So Argus, you are heading into the Costa.
Yep.
Cleric, you head in a bit later. Is that right?
No, I'll go in there first.
You're going there first. Sorry.
Yeah.
So
I'll just grab it. I'll just grab a paper or a magazine or something.
Order a coffee.
Yeah.
Fine. Okay. Eddie, you're staying outside. Is that right?
Yeah, he's going to do the taxi driver thing. That he spends a lot of time just chilling out in his car. He'll be there. He'll have the radio on. He'll pull a book out or something like that, and he won't look conspicuous at all. He's just waiting for to pick someone up.
Yeah. Okay.
I mean, outside taxis waiting outside a hospital is not weird.
It is weird.
So that's a good cover.
Okay.
Can we backtrack and say that we've nicked a taxi thing off him? So he literally just got a little plastic thing on the top that says taxi.
It wouldn't be the first time somebody's put taxi on their car and they genuinely have a taxi and they've been doing it all in insulation tape. So.
Yeah. Oh yeah. Okay. So
I'll wait for this guy. Yeah, I don't know who I'm looking for. I don't know. Yeah.
Let's see.
I'm looking for someone who's looking for me.
Fine. It's around about 1 o'clock now. So you've kind of spent a bit of time at the burnt out husk of the detective agency, and now you have headed to this hospital. Now the hospital is it's quite large. It's a main hospital, and you know where this hospital is because it's the same hospital that you left your friend.
Mm-hmm.
Oh, I was going to double check that it wasn't the same hospital we left.
It is. It's
Great.
The same hospital you left Icarus.
Perfect.
Then again, Eddie was the only person there at that point, and
he's not.
He kind of set it up. Yeah. So you're fairly confident that nobody is going to recognise you for just having left somebody in a new Scarpa. So you wander through the main doors, and over the left-hand side, there's a corridor that leads over more into the actual building. There's on the right there is just a little area where people are waiting, and there is like a little kiosk and actually a reception desk as well. And just a bit further down on the right-hand side, there is an area where there's like a Costa Coffee and I think like a WH Smith's and stuff that you might expect in a slightly larger urban hospital. I'm assuming you wander in, Cleric, first of all.
Sorry, yes, of course.
Yep.
So Cleric heads in, gets his paper, sits himself down with a coffee of some description. And Argus, you come in a couple of minutes later.
Latte with an extra shot.
You come in a couple of minutes later. You order your coffee.
Yeah.
And you sit down. And a little while later, this slightly sandy-haired guy walks in. He's wearing a jacket that's quite rumpled at this point, and he looks unshaven. And I'm gonna just show you a little bit of artwork. There we go. Showed you that. There he is. So this guy wanders in, and he heads over towards the counter and orders himself like a black coffee, just a filter. And then turns around and surveys the people that are sat in this room.
Is there a window to outside in the coffee shop? Generally, there is. Like,
yeah.
So I'm
just at one end.
Yeah, I'll be sitting there, sort of flicking through the magazine that I bought, and then just sort of looking out the window, because I can see the reflection of him in the window.
Nice.
So I'm not sitting directly, like back directly to him, just sitting off to one side, but like just looking out the window like this.
And the reflection shows people kind of coming in and out a little bit, and this person who you assume is Ted Belton looks around, and he very much sees the obvious figure of a press officer. Camera and gilet included.
No hat.
No hat. He takes his coffee and walks over to you and very slowly pulls out the chair just opposite you and settles himself down.
Mr. Belton.
It's all right. What's your name?
Arthur. Arthur Calvert is my name.
Okay. How can I help you, Arthur?
I would just like to just ask you a few questions about the recent fire, arson, whatever it is that the authorities are calling it. Could you talk me through, just briefly, your business, sir, if you could? Just for a bit of background, and I'll take the notebook out and ready a pencil.
Who are you writing for?
Well, I'm freelance, so we'll have to find out. Anyone who's interested, that's usually my mainstay, but
you think that maybe that this is of interest to you?
Potentially, I do.
Okay. Fair enough. So, I mean, most of this is fairly easy to find on the internet anyway. So, you may as well do your research by talking to a primary source, I guess. Aaron Dinot, our glorious leader. He, I think he's a retired police officer, actually, from Plymouth. Yeah, it's from Plymouth. Yeah, so I think he's been here all his life. This said, in 99 he retired. He went to Newquay. So I'm the person who pretty much runs this business now. Well,
I see.
I did run this business.
Well, yes.
I'd like you also to give me a humint at this point.
I was hoping. Come on, don't let me down. Oh man, that is an 8. Under 64.
Sick rolling, blood.
Thanks, chum.
Okay. You, having sat down in front of you, you can see that he is really tired.
Yes.
He is very, very tired. He is obviously, like, the image here doesn't really do it justice, but he has a very crumpled suit. He's obviously been sleeping here or nearby, maybe in a ditch.
Yeah, but he's not. Crucially, this is the thing. He's not wearing he didn't come down here in like a hospital gown or anything. So he is here with somebody else who is in this hospital. Why are they in that? Well, I'll get to it. I'm ramping to that. But I'm that's what I'm picking out of that.
Okay.
And also recognizing that he looks kind of how I felt and looked yesterday.
Yes. Yes. There's an element of like, recognize like, you know? Yeah, well, I took over a few years ago. Obviously. I've been doing this for a while now.
When was that you took over?
Well, properly. Just around 2000.
2000.
Yeah. Then Evelyn came on.
And what was that's Miss Wells? Yes.
Yeah.
Or Mrs. Sorry, I didn't get.
No, she's Miss.
And what's her role at the agency?
She mainly did field work, so she was out in the field. I was essentially manager and executive.
Right. Okay.
She obviously, yeah. She made partner in 2009.
Okay. Good to know.
In which case we brought her on permanently. She's good at what she does. Maybe too good.
What do you mean by too good?
And he looks at you slightly quizzically. Not very good at your job, are you?
I have been told that on occasion, but I do try very hard.
She was shot.
Recently.
Yes.
And you're currently staying in
Here.
this hospital
With her.
with her. It's a high-powered rifle, by any chance.
Oh, maybe you have done some research.
Interesting. Okay. Do you believe this was connected at all to the fire?
Well, and he Genuinely laughs out loud. My dear Mr. Calvert, there's more shit going on than you or I could ever possibly hope to understand.
Don't I know it? But okay, so she's been shot, which I'm very sorry to hear. And this is what, the day, 2 days after the fire? A day after the fire?
So, for clarity, October 3rd. Just make sure I got that.
Yep.
Yes, October 3rd. The agency, the detective agency, burns down.
Burns down, and the whole park is destroyed. Yeah.
Yes. And just for clarity, on October the 3rd, that is when you guys arrive. Okay? That's when you arrive in St. Ives.
In St. Ives, the first day of our.
That's correct.
Of our investigation.
That's when Operation Malta, which this is, because I know you forgot.
I think I wrote that down genuinely. I think that's one of the. Yeah, it's somewhere on the sheet.
So Operation Malta. That is the first time when it all happens. October 4th, which was yesterday, when you went to the green box.
Yep.
And I will remind you, you heard the information over
scanner, and it was saying it on the day. Yeah. So that's when the shooting happened.
That's when the shooting happened. It was around about midday at that point.
Okay, and it's now October 5th.
Yes, it is around about 1:32ish.
On October the 5th. What can you tell me about the night? Was it during the night? It would have been during the night, right? Because there was nobody there. That the fire happened.
What, for the fire?
Yeah.
Fire? Or can I say?
And did you first hear about it having happened?
I thought it was a gas explosion. I was hi reprobate gamer. Sorry, chat. I thought it was just some kind of, I don't know, gas explosion when they first called me. That was, I don't know, 4 a.m. No, it's about 3. They contacted me. They said it was something was going on over there. I got there around about 4, at which point it had consumed itself. And all that was left was a heap. I assume you've seen it.
I have. Yes, I was just there.
There's no way that was just...
I agree. I've seen the place myself. That wasn't chemicals from a bike shop catching a light and causing a bit of a burn. That was intentional and extremely destructive. Mr. Belton, who's trying to kill you and why? You're a private investigator. Are you working on some case that someone... Because my experience of private investigators, and perhaps this is just because I'm from London, it's mostly hanging out in a bush trying to get pictures of somebody fucking somebody else's wife. It's mostly that. Is that what you do? Is that the kind of field work that Evelyn's very good at? Or were you working something bigger? Because that's a lot. You know, even for a wronged husband or a spurned wife, that's a lot. To destroy a place as thoroughly as that. Yeah, I will give it a go. Yeah, I've got to flip my sheet over. Hold on.
What is your persuade?
I think it's quite good. Oh, I had a... No, God. Is it a stat just on the sheet as normal? Or am I... Or is it...
Oh, it might not be persuade. Sorry, it might be...
It is on the sheet. It's persuade. It's under a
Persuade.
cult.
Sorry, there it is. I found it. It's 50. It's 50. It's a 50-50 shot. It's decent. It's decent. As is my occult as well, which I need to bring up more. Right, okay. Don't be shit. Fuck, that's 84. Shit. So, bad. I'm going to take it off. Get him, Eddie.
Take that out.
We've got to interrogate him. We've tried the carrot. It's time for the stick.
I've tried to be your friend, and now I'm going to tie you to a chair and smack you in the balls with a leather rope.
Yeah, you just get Marmite.
He's just ordered the Marmite. Here we go.
Nice.
Okay, I hope that this one failed persuasion roll doesn't mean that this is the complete end of this conversation, but I get it if it is.
No,
okay.
not necessary. So you think someone's trying to kill me?
Well, fair. Perhaps somebody's trying to kill Ms. Wells. Your establishment is destroyed in a very thorough manner. There is nothing left there beyond a bit of porcelain and rubble either side of your building has been melted, as I'm sure you know.
That's right.
And then the day after, your employee, who, as you say, does the field work, is shot. Perhaps to say who is trying to kill you, sir, is incorrect. What could you possibly be investigating in the moment that would warrant this kind of response? And you know what? Just because of how the last couple of days have been, what could you even what doesn't feel like it could warrant this kind of response? You know, how many cases do you have on at any one time?
Give me human.
Yeah. 46 under 64.
Nice. You see that the more you talk about this, the more certainly the fact that you brought up Evelyn and saying how, they are focusing on her. You see, like, he does look like he's a bit kind of shook.
Yeah, I think the unpleasant part of Arthur's brain files away, just sort of like, okay, so Evelyn is a topic we can push on. This is a weakness that I can, if necessary, exploit in conversation with this. And he doesn't like that he thinks that, but he does think it.
So you're just a tabloid journalist? What exactly can you offer me?
What can I offer you? It's a good question. Answers?
You can offer me answers.
Well, I can try. I'm certainly closer to them than you are.
Interesting. Roll me a persuade with that one. Give me advantage on that as well. So that would be plus 20. Okay.
Persuade. So I need to hit under 70 then.
Yep.
Okay. 50, 60, 70. Okay. All right. Don't fuck it up. 30. That's a flat 30.
Brilliant.
Yeah. Nice.
You look at him and you see he makes a decision. Nods his head very slightly. Okay.
like to know why things are happening. And this has bullshit written all over it. Do you know that in the destruction of your place of work, thermite and plastic explosive was employed? Did you know that?
Interesting. Doesn't surprise me at all.
Doesn't surprise you. It doesn't surprise you that somebody is blowing your workplace up with thermite and plastic explosives. Why would that be?
Not given that Evelyn is laying upstairs with a
very high caliber bullet wound. No, fair enough.
in a coma.
Right. I'd like to know why this is happening and what's happening. So anything you can tell me that's going to get me any closer to that will be very helpful. And with you here, making sure Evelyn's okay, it's probably worth somebody be out there actually trying to find out what's happened, because I believe the police have given up. Simple arson is what they've discovered, and as far as I know and from what I've seen and what I've been able to read, they did not detect these explosives and these methods. And well, myself and the people that I work with have given it a cursory glance over and discerned that. So I believe we are placed a little better to perhaps get to the bottom of this. In your stead.
Okay. Obviously, you do know a few things. I don't think that Evelyn realized exactly what was going on. But she was very much part of something that, well, we barely did any work for whoever it was that decided to, I don't know, clean house.
Did they give any name? This was a client.
Yes. I'm fairly sure it was.
Did they give, how did they refer to themselves? What did
I
they
have some evidence.
Did they phone you? Did they contact you via email, text message? What was it?
No, they were a client.
Right.
You ever heard of Potentia Holdings?
Potentia Holdings. I have heard of Potentia Holdings,
Yeah.
because Pip Gladwin, has heard of Potentia Holdings, because you've mentioned them and I can't remember the context because my brain is bad. What was the context of Potentia? No, was Potentia Holdings like a shell company or like a cover for something?
Potentia Holdings is responsible.
Help me out, guys.
Potentia Holdings was responsible for covering the cost of the lab of Greaves.
Yeah, it's where you got all the stuff.
That was
Yeah, they put £6 million through the.
Yes. Okay. Funded. So they funded Greaves' lab.
Essentially, all we did was courier. We were never asked to. Well, Evelyn mainly.
Wait, you're a private investigator's service.
That's correct.
And one of the services you provided was what, anonymous couriering? Or were they simply offering too much money for you to say no?
Mr. Calvert.
Right.
And I think you'll find that's a major reason why it's slightly fishy. Far too much money for it just to be papers.
Did Evelyn, to your knowledge, did she ever take a little look in any of these secret packages that you were delivering? Did she ever tell you anything about that?
I don't know.
Do you think that's the sort of thing she might have done? She's out there doing private investigator field work. That takes a curious mind.
No, she was good.
Professional or not?
I don't believe she would have done.
No?
But then, who knows? Somebody thinks that might be the case.
So, Potential Holdings approach you to courier packages from where to where and how many times?
Plymouth to a private party in St. Ives.
If this guy has a human score, there's a role here for him to be like, you know exactly what I'm talking about. And he is a detective. I'm just saying.
No, you're right.
You're right. I will be trying to hide it, but,
Okay. Would you like to do... let's do a...
Are we opposing?
Yeah.
Or do you want me to oppose it with probably something I don't have? Like I could do a persuade. I could oppose it with a persuade. That's a 50-50.
Let's do a persuade.
To try and keep my poker face. Oh no, that's a 61 over 50.
Okay. He looks at you. His demeanor doesn't really change.
Okay, well, I mean he didn't pick up on anything, but that's fine. And how many of these packages did you deliver?
Went on for a few months.
What, one a month?
Evelyn
2 a month?
It wasn't my job. Evelyn dealt with this one.
Well, only Evelyn knows how many packages were sent.
Yes.
Right. Okay.
We were paid an exorbitant amount of money.
To not be interested in why you were doing it, that's fine. No, look, no judgment.
Of course.
I've done some fucking stupid things for money myself, so that's fine.
And that moment of decision crystallizes for him. Mr. Calvert, and he leans slightly closer. If I shared some potential evidence with you, would that be of interest?
Absolutely. It certainly would.
And that's where we'll leave it.
You cheeky bastard. Answers. Answers within a... Go.
Just out of reach. Just out of reach.
Yeah. And we can't play next week.
Oh, yeah. So sorry. I'm really sorry. Amazing. Thank you. Yeah, that was
Thanks,
great
John.
fun, guys. That was really good fun.
Nice.
I hope that you have also been finding it at least a smidge of interest.
Fuck. Pretty low. We got a low bar to clear here.
Interest in the plot and also watching Pip agonizing over which way he should go next with it.
Yeah. I mean, fair play, man. Fair play. You managed to get through that utter ridiculousness of a conversation, really.
No, that was great fun. That was great fun.
Brilliant. Nick, are you dead? Or are you?
No, I'm here. I'm just waiting. I'm just listening to.
He's reading the book that he's reading in the coffee shop.
Absolutely. No, seriously, you guys, that was spot on. That was really good.
Brilliant. Right. Okay. So yes, as Pip mentioned earlier, unfortunately we aren't streaming next week, and that means for Thursday or Friday, and that is because I'm going to another part of the country. Woo!
Wait, you're moving house to another part of the country?
Yeah.
Bye.
I'm going to Hastings. I'm going to Hastings.
Oh man!
Yes. So I mean,
By the sea. By the sea.
Exactly.
He stole your idea, Simon.
right.
He stole your idea. He's going to the seaside.
You're muted.
I keep sitting on it.
As the actress said to the bishop.
It's
Right.
my favourite.
So, brilliant. Well, right. Well, I'm going to wrap up, but whilst I do that, everyone rolled their things that they were crap at.
Oh yes.
Oh yeah.
What is it
Where's
again?
my
A D4.
D4.
Yes. Okay.
D4. That is a 2 for.
So
let's let John do an outro and mute ourselves while we add D4s to things.
Obviously, there is no stream next week, but the week after that, I don't know the date of it exactly. I'm going to get up a calendar and use my brain. So that will be Thursday 9th. We will be back with Delta Green. This said, tomorrow we go on,
John, we won't be back on Thursday nights with Delta Green.
Oh yeah, that's
because
right. We're
going to shift it to Wednesday.
Shift. Thank you for reminding me.
Sorry.
Everyone's cool with that, aren't they?
I think so.
We're back on the 8th instead. We're going to do a Wednesday or two because unfortunately Pip is otherwise engaged. It's all good. You can deal with us moving a day slightly, shifting. We just like doing it live. That's all it is. Okay, so yes, tomorrow. Is that right? Yes, tomorrow we have Final Girl with the lovely Naomi Watts and a cast of other girls. They're all brilliant. They're all lovely. And yeah, absolutely check that out. It's going to be a fun old time in Horrorland. That looks like it's actually going to be pretty cool as well.
Oh, it's going to be dope. I think it's going to be ridiculous.
October the 30th and 31st, otherwise known as Halloween. We've got Shiver, which has someone in it, as well as Zach's in it from
John
Rams.
gets to play.
I know, it's great.
Have you been in a game since Brindlewood Bay?
No.
That was ages ago.
It was. I've been running this. Shiver was brilliant. We pre-recorded it, and it's.
Oh, you've done it already?
Good.
Oh, nice.
Yeah, we've done it.
Great.
We've done it.
Oh, that's cool as hell.
It's a real nice highlight, the real high point for the channel as well, which is awesome.
Oh, I'm looking forward to it.
And Josh from Dice and Slice, so good at DMing. It's very good. Right, or GMing, whichever way. Then on the 10th we have the first episode of Heart. Unfortunately, we were going to do the third as well, but unfortunately, this is November, by the way. November 10th, we're doing the first part of Heart, and then we're going to reschedule the second part. And then we've got 13th Age after that, which is tied in quite nicely with the Veil world that Realms of Peril and Glory are slightly involved in.
Maybe just a touch.
And that's on the 17th and 24th of November, and that again will no doubt be a doozy, as they say.
That'll be good fun.
Now that we've cleared up what's going to be happening in the future, what's happening now? How have we done on our little rolls? Did we do well?
I got a +2 on search and criminology. So
nice. Related kind of things as well. Argus, Pip.
I got a +2 to my persuade, a +1 to my chemistry, and a +4 to my search.
Oh, good times. Look at that search. Rocketing.
It's nearly 30.
Whoa.
Almost.
Hold your horses. Simon, how did you do, mate?
I got a +1 search and a sudden feeling that I should start developing my humint above 10. So
yeah. Keep rolling it, man. Just like if there's anything that happens, it's like
well, especially like there's nothing more fun I find in RPGs when you go up to an NPC and try to talk to them and fail at it. Like that's always good.
Hi, at you.
Exactly. I want to see what Eddie going up and trying to like empathize with people looks like. Like I want to see
that's
that.
why I chose not to put anything in it. I was like, this is a guy who can cope with killing people. He has to have a little bit of detachment. So yeah.
It's a very strong choice. Well done. Brilliant. Right. I don't know. What do I do now? No. Guys, do you want to quickly tell me who you are and where you were from? Because we didn't do it at the start because everyone knows that.
We forgot.
Let's do it. Nick, who are you and why?
And why? Existential. Just to round it off.
I am Nick because my parents loved each other very much.
No.
Ah.
They still do, but
good. That's good to hear.
And you're also from Trolls of the Two Tonne Bridges.
And I'm also from Trolls of the Two Tonne Bridges because everybody else loves me very much, so it's fine.
There it is.
I'm also from Trolls of the Two Tonne Bridges as well. Other than
that's because we all love you too, John.
Yay, Simon, who are you and what?
I'm Simon from the Chaotic Neutral Games community, and I am Hua. The reason why I'm here is largely just probability and proteins. So
yeah.
I like
carbon. Probably some carbons in there,
and Pip.
maybe.
Okay.
I don't speak Spanish. I'm Pip Gladwin from the Realms of Peril and Glory podcast, and if you're at MCM Comic Con Friday, Saturday, Sunday, I'll be there. So this is what my face looks like. So if you see it, you can say hi to it if you like. I'd
just like to say, Pip, also the Realms of Peril and Glory have very recently been nominated for something, haven't they?
Yes, the Audioverse Awards. Damn, people are going to kick me for not remembering that.
I remember.
Yes, we're in the Audioverse Awards. Vote for us because we try very hard, and it would be nice if we could do this more in our lives. Look, I don't want to outwardly say I have a day job that I don't like and I'd rather do this more often, but that is the case. So,
to be honest.
Also, I've been very ill. So
how do we vote for you?
Pity.
You go to the link. If you... It's a really good question. Look, if you just Google Audioverse Awards, you go there, you click on the thing, it's on the website, and you go to the place.
Or you go onto the Twitter account of.
You can also find it through Twitter, and there'll be links there. Also, yes, that is smart to tell people how they can do that. Just shout, just yell into a stone, and then throw that stone into the sea, and then
release a dove.
Yeah, and then throw the stone at the dove, and then
Don't throw stones.
Electrocute the dove.
Don't throw stones.
Make a makeshift taser trap and
but only if it's got fingers.
Wait, John.
Only finger doves.
I need to wrap this up.
John. Well, no, but wait, we haven't done you yet. John.
Yes.
Where are you from and how? There you go.
Well, I am John of Trolls of the Two Tonne Bridges and Actual Play UK. And because
nice
enigmatic
smash cut.
You can find us on TOTTB podcast on all of the social medias and various platforms that do podcasts. And on top of that, with Actual Play UK, you can find us obviously here on Twitch and possibly YouTube, also here, because this will be uploaded in a week's time. Make sure that you smash subscribe and give money to us because we're poor and we like to continue doing these things. And I spend far too long doing this. I need to justify it somehow.
I justify my existence.
I need to be an existential Scotsman more.
Yeah,
please,
exactly.
please allow us to do things like that.
It'll be lovely. It'll be lovely. At the very least, just follow and come say hello, say hi in a chat, and be awesome.
Say hi
because you all are.
We're very friendly. On
that whimper of an exit, we shall say goodbye and see you in 2 weeks.
2 weeks.
Au revoir.
Bye.
Take care.